can go ahead.
All right, how you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very good, thanks for asking. I would like for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Hey, my name is Minister Charles Austin from the True Way Church of God at 4939 West Lake Street.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's
That's it? All right. Um, First question, are you familiar with plans to build a citywide wireless internet system?
I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm not very familiar with the intricacies of it.
Okay. Where have you heard about it from?
I saw something in the paper and some things that came through the congressman's office, some
Okay.
information.
Okay, which congressman is that?
Davis.
Danny Davis?
Yes.
All right. Where do you get your news from?
Radio, newspaper, sometimes television.
Sometimes television?
Yes.
Regular television or cable?
Both.
Both? Okay. What kind of person are you? Are you a digital guy, a digital satellite, or are you just coaxial?
Actually, it's a satellite.
Satellite? Okay, so you up there. Tech savvy, just a tad.
Just a tad.
How would you describe the internet?
The internet is an excellent tool if you have access and some minimal training to utilize it. There's a lot of information available on the internet. However, what I've found is that the masses of people in my age group in our community don't have the resources or the training to actually access the information that's available.
How does that make you feel?
Well, it's twofold. Part of it, you have to have a willingness and get up and go out there and seek the information. In some places that you go, it needs to be a little more training. It needs to be a little more available to them. More places where they can just walk in and someone a free class to maybe walk them through the basic usage points and things of that nature.
How is technology integrated in your daily life?
Well, I use email. I do a lot of informational searches as far as funding for programs, what's available, entrepreneurial information, things of that nature. Pretty much every day I try to keep up.
Try to keep up,
there.
see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. You say you use you search on the internet.
Right.
What internet search do you use?
Yahoo. Mostly Yahoo.
Okay, that's good. That's good. How else would you use the internet? How do you use the internet different from people that you know?
Well, because I do other things other than just email, sending email, checking my emails, and basic employment. I mean, I'm looking at the city website, the state, federal government website for funding sources and things that are available. So that would be the difference for myself than the average person that I know.
So you're looking like a treasure map.
Yes.
I hear you know.
Me too.
Okay, how is this different from technology in the lives of your family?
Oh, vastly different. I mean, my parents came from an age where there wasn't computers. And being in my 40s, they didn't have it back then. Now, even as when I was 20, it wasn't as available as it is now. But now, there's so much out there that you can just click and get, where before it took months, if not years, to get all the information. Now it's at a fingertip. It's just a matter of learning the computer and to feel your way around to be able to access the information that's out there.
Is everybody in your family using it now?
Pretty much. Our children have done a great job training the adults.
Hey,
You know, my 14-year-old, my 11-year-old are,
you don't hesitate.
wow.
I know, man.
So that brings me to this question. If you're 14 and your 17-year-old children taught you how to use a computer, what do you think they're going to do for their children?
Oh, I can imagine my 14-year-old being the oldest, by the time she has children, the things that will be available to them. And they're so into it now. I mean,
It's an
the
amazing
little,
question.
simply on your iPod on your cell phone, there's so much information that you can access. And if it's that simple now, imagine what it will be in 20 years. You know, it's just, it's awesome, and the possibilities are endless.
As they say, off the hook.
Yes, as the children say.
Okay. How could the media do a better job?
Well, basically the media, because unfortunately in our community, most people don't pick up and read something. They'll see a flyer and just toss it aside. But if it's on the radio, it's on the television, and they're directed to resources within their community, then more people would get involved. And if they know that there's actually someone to walk them through the process of starting a business, finding funding, and things of that nature, more people would get involved. But putting it on paper, a newspaper or something, a lot of people aren't going to get it. But if they continually hear it and visually see it on television, that's going to drive a different segment of our community to become active and involved in doing some things.
As far as media is concerned?
Yes.
So we should do a cable access show.
Yes, that would be excellent. CAN 21 is beautiful.
Okay.
Any other questions we can ask him?
Sure.
We got him on the spot.
You're a father, right?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of father are you today? You said you were in your 40s.
Yes.
Are you a different father than you were 10 years ago?
10 years ago, oh yeah, much different.
How so?
Well, my oldest natural child is only 11, so 10 years ago with a new child, you have a different, it's new. But the way society is now, you have to address different types of things. There's so much that's out here to hinder and interfere with a child's life as opposed to it was when I was 10, 11, 12, and what have you. So as a parent, I have to be more mindful. I have to listen more and ask different types of questions because children just don't open up and say everything. You have to probe. You have to give some support and some guidance, and then you have to have a little bit of rope to kind of feel their own way through, to set their own identities and make some of their own mistakes and decisions in life.
So I want to follow up with that. So you said that your kids actually are advanced with the technology and helped you a lot.
Yes.
Do you have any fears with the technology of what they're doing? Or, I mean, this is not really about something, we don't really be negative about the internet, but people got fears.
Well, initially, about 10, 12 years ago, when they first stuck a computer in front of us at work, and we had to do our daily logs in a computer as opposed to paper, not knowing how to log on and this, that, and the other, was somewhat intimidating. But as I've learned, and with the help of the children, if it's even something I don't know now, I'll grab, come in, boo, show daddy how to do this. And they can go right to it. It's almost as natural as breathing for them because of the exposure that they have in school. And thank God that we're fortunate enough to have a computer in the home so that they can do other things. My biggest concern with the computer at this point is child sex predators and that type of thing, being very mindful and monitoring what they access, and even, so many supposed to be kid-friendly things to go on to that actually lead into other things. So you just have to be mindful as a parent, watchful, and then as a parent you should be monitoring what your child is doing, both in and outside of your home.
How do you do that if they know the technology better than you?
That's why you have to study, you have to read, communicate with other people, be involved at school. No Child Left Behind and some other programs provide little sessions where teachers will show you things. You have to attend, you have to go. Support your child in school and be involved in other things so that you as a parent are not naive or ignorant to what's out there that your child can get into.
Excellent. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.